Thank you for being here. My name is Jeff Stallnaker, and I did prepare some remarks. It's about 40 pages. It's going to be a long day. Just kidding. Just kidding. I am going to try to read it. Bear with me. Our son and the love of his life are here. Timothy Luke Stallnaker, 27 years old. Just a month, he'd been 28. Sarah Elizabeth Shaw, 24 years old, and only by a little over a month. With Wally and Teresa's permission, I'm telling a story, maybe a little bit more about the two of them. We thank you for your thoughts and your prayers, your messages, and all the notes of what can we do to help. We don't know that answer. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe it's a month. But thank you for those notes. Please don't stop. These two incredible young people, a son and a daughter, they found something that we all hope for. They found true love. And as I tell you this story, you'll know that. Wally earlier said that he had a new name for us. It's called the Shawmakers. I wrote it down. The Shawmakers. How cool is that? The Shaw family and the Stallnaker family are here today, joined as a family. And you might ask, how is that possible? Because literally we just met. We heard stories about each other's families, and we remember how Timothy was so scared to meet the Shaws in a good way. Teresa and I remember him calling us within an hour of the meeting with Teresa and Wally. Mom, Dad, I need some advice. What am I going to say? What am I not going to say? We told him, just calm down, relax, just be yourself, be authentic, be natural. You're a great guy, and you love Sarah, their daughter. But then we had to add, this was me more than Teresa, don't forget, her dad's a military guy, and he's got a lot of friends, and she has some big brothers. He said, that's all you got? I go, yeah. Best of luck to you. As it turns out, Wally and Teresa just days ago shared their first impression of Timothy. He said it perfectly. Wally said it perfectly. He came across as nervous but authentic. Perfect. He nailed it. He nailed it. Thank God. We were very fortunate to have Sarah join us on several family trips this last year. Whenever he called us, she was always there with him on speaker, even when he didn't tell us. We would say, what does Sarah think? He would say, I don't know, Sarah. What do you think? We had a chance to spend safely during COVID-19 a trip in Destin just last September. Let me tell you this, that Sarah was a competitor. You've heard stories all day today that we didn't know, and we're so grateful for hearing. But we found out ourselves. She could throw a football better than Timothy, better than me, and I think all of our family. Perfect spiral. In paddleboarding, that might be her unknown expertise. Man, she was good. Literally a month ago, that Sarah, while we were celebrating Christopher's 30th birthday, shouted out in front of everybody, hey Jeff, when's the next beach trip? She loved the beach, and she will always be our family. Timothy loved us in Bellevue, Washington, so much that he visited often, like a lot. Man, we loved it, mostly. Now we cherish those days He couldn't wait to get Sarah to Bellevue. He could not wait. Sarah waited until literally the day that she had enough time with Children's to be able to plan his trip. This is just a month and a half ago. Timothy developed a lot of friends in Bellevue, and some of them are here today. Thank you for being here. He loved you. You know, there was a storm when Timothy and Sarah came to Bellevue, and it didn't look like they were going to be able to go up the Needle. Who goes to Seattle and not up the Needle? But you know what? They opened it at 11 o'clock, and he got to take her up the Needle in their Pike Place. Sarah bought a puzzle. Some of you know her. We didn't know that she loved puzzles as much as she does. She bought a puzzle of the city of Seattle. Man, she was proud of it. And when they flew back, she forgot to take it. She was desperate. Calling Teresa. What about my puzzle? Timothy called us. Don't forget the puzzle when you come back. You gotta have the puzzle. I have friends in our family. We went to their house. And that puzzle is halfway done on their dining room table. And we're going to finish it. I promise you. For the family of Brown's Restaurants, we heard a lot. I don't know who you are right now, but I want to thank you. She loved that place. Thank you for letting her work there and teaching her. And one thing that you taught her was how to eat crab legs. And man, she could eat them. I promise I'll move this up, Bishop. I'm sorry. Just doing the best I can here. So you see, some of you may not understand why we're here together. Why are we celebrating Sarah and Timothy together? You see, Timothy and Sarah were not boyfriend and girlfriend. We've all had those. They were a lot more. They were destined to be husband and wife, a father and a mother. I'm not guessing this. We know it, and you'll know it in just a minute. Timothy was going to propose to Sarah. He was waiting until May. I think we're pretty sure she was going to say yes. You know, he bought a house, as we were just talking about last summer, and it was a great investment. Abby, our daughter-in-law, thank you, helping him get through it, what to do, where to pay, all that stuff. It wasn't the reason he bought it, it was because of rent, interest rates were low. He bought it for her. He bought it for Sarah. He bought it for Charlie. You said it earlier, Charlie. He loved that house because it was a house for her. Just a month ago when we were here, he called and he asked, hey, I need some help. I said, what is it? It was like, first of all, how cool is that, huh? I said, what is it? He said, turns out he had a bird nest problem in his new house, in the attic, in a very, very small part of the attic. He needed a small guy to get in the attic to fix the sagging flashing. Man, I remember being in that crevice of that attic. I've never been more proud to be a small guy. So glad he picked me. I'm glad his dad. I'm glad I'm his dad. Somebody said earlier, and Teresa and I remember when it was the moment he called and said, she's the one. She's the one. Man, we already knew it. We already knew it. It was then that his brothers began to try to help him coach him. How much do you need to save and what kind of ring, etc. They all helped him so much. I'm going to tell you this, that last Friday, he'd saved enough money He got to the target that he needed to buy her the ring. He was so proud of it. He sent text messages and pictures to us, his family. I got it. I got the amount. This is what I need. You see, in a short time, if we weren't here today, we'd be celebrating their engagement. I think that'd be a lot better. You see, we're here together because they were together. They would want us to be together. Maybe it's the first time that, as parents, we ever did what our kids wanted. Don't give me ideas. I want to thank everybody from First Orion being here. We adored that place. A father-son working together and something that we created. Boy, I'm grateful for that, for always. The fact is all of our families worked at First Orion. Just not all of them got paid. Thank you, that was funny too. That was supposed to be funny. Don't be shy, just laugh. I'm about to close. We're here to celebrate two young lives that were lost way before the time. What does a parent say at a child's funeral? There's no education. There's no presentation. There's no website. There's no guidance. You know why? It's because it's not supposed to happen this way. They are supposed to be doing this for us. We don't understand why. We can't explain it. All we can do is stand on our faith in our God. Real quickly, I promise I'll speed this up. I think I said that 3 times already. By the way, Bishop, many people here know that I tend to run long. So. When Teresa and I moved to California and then to Bellevue, we left our son Timothy in Con by himself, but not really. At First Orion, we do these things called shout-outs. Somebody does something really spectacular. We do a shout-out to recognize that. I've got a few shout-outs here. It's not everybody. There are hundreds, if not thousands of people. But I have to do a few. My sister JJ and her husband Dylan. Thank you for giving him a garage so he could work on his Jeep and his trucks. A garage of love. Thank you for giving him your love for anything he needed. Our in-laws, Don and Debbie Weaver. You gave us Abby, now Sawyer. But you gave us peace and comfort knowing that Timothy had another set of parents close by. Yes, he did use your pool and drink your beer as he was house sitting. A lot. Thank you. And Sarah loved you both. You gave her everything that you've given Timothy. And you showed that for her every day. Thank you. Rusty Credmore, you spoke earlier. You were his best friend. His very best friend. You guys stayed locked through all kinds of things. You loved each other. You were where you should have been, and that was with him at the end. And I love you for being there and being his best friend. The Maggio family has been part of ours since the very beginning. Our pictures and stories tell 1,000 things more. Timothy's brothers, Jonathan and Christopher, we wanted you guys to be close. And what I love is that we rarely ever need to say, hey, can you talk to your brother and get some help? You guys did it naturally. It wasn't by event to event or problem by problem. My wife, Mother Teresa, Mother Timothy Teresa. Teresa wanted that one thing. Be close, love each other. Be there when needed. Listen and help. I get to say something that not a lot of dads and moms get to say at this very moment. Timothy knew exactly how we felt about him, and we knew exactly how he felt about us. He was big on sharing his feelings. You ever have somebody say, I don't want to hear your feelings? He always shared them. And we shared ours. That love stuck so strong. When we were found out that we were having our third baby, I will never forget, I said, oh my God, how are we going to support a third baby? And now, I don't know how to get through tomorrow. No, he's not here. I promise I'm finishing, but this is important. I literally had dinner with a friend last Thursday, 1 week ago, before all this happened. And he was at his going away party as he was leaving T-Mobile. He was amazed at all the nice things that were being said about him, tears in people's eyes, gratitude for his leadership, things he never knew, things he'd never heard before. For years he wondered, was he doing a good job? Did people like him? Now after it's over, he knows. He said to me, why did they wait to tell me? Why do we wait to tell how we feel about somebody? Human nature. There are a lot of songs and speeches and all kinds of things that tell us we don't know when the last time might be. God, isn't that true? I can share with you again that Timothy knew how his brothers felt, how we felt, and most of all, he knew how I felt about Sarah and their love. So I'm going to end on this promise, Bishop. I want you to do this for us, the Shawnickers, for the Shawnickers. That's gonna stick, Wally. It's going to stick forever. Find that person that you love because you're thankful for. Find that employee who's doing a great job. Call that neighbor that did something for you and say it. Just like Wes, Timothy and Sarah's next door neighbor. Don't wait until it's too late. Until the time is gone and they can't hear it and they can't feel it. Do that.